Compton, California. Malachi Jenkins grew up on these mean streets, and he was up to no good when he became a gangbanger with the Crips.
Just being rebellious, just not taking no heed to authority, not my mom, not the police.
Have you been locked up?
Hell yeah.
How many times?
At least like 6 times. Just different random stuff.
Sold drugs?
I prefer not to say.
And Roberto Smith, well, on the streets, they called him Bad News, and he fit that nickname to a T when he was running with the Piru Bloods.
They called me Bad News for a reason.
Why?
It wasn't good news when I came around.
Been arrested?
Yeah, I've been arrested for possession of sales, for marijuana.
Both were heading down the same devious and dark road.
Where do you think you might be?
Probably dead or in jail, or both. Or probably would have did time and got out and still been acting crazy, and somebody probably would have took me out here. 'Cause I was a loose cannon, I was wild.
I used to stand right here in the same spot, 10 plus years, hustling and just doing what I gotta do to make it happen. And a week ago, some guys pulled up, just started shooting. A couple of my friends was out here standing out. They got hit. They died on the scene right here. And it's just like, I just be thinking all the time, like, dang, like that could have been me.
Even though they were in rival gangs, the two became tight after meeting through a mutual friend.
Yeah, but we clicked. Like, since day one, never was, well, you a Crip? No, it wasn't none of that. We just clicked.
But they were sick and tired of living the gangster life. It's hard, and we all know it's dangerous.
What was one or many of your turning points that made you change?
Watching my friends around me die, getting arrested for nothing. Just being on the street and you worried about who is in his car.
Malachi's mother encouraged her son to make a change, go to culinary school and become a chef. After all, he already had a rep for being the best cook on the block.
I was like, wow, like, you know, I'm already cooking, we throwing parties, I'm always cooking, we always entertaining people, you know. Maybe that would be a good career for me that'll set me straight for life.
Then, tragedy struck. Malachi saw what his future would be like if he did not refocus fast.
I lost one of my good younger friends. He ended up getting killed, and I ended up rushing him to the hospital where he died in my car.
The death of his friend hit Malachi hard, and he dropped out of cooking school. He was headed back to the only life he knew when his buddy Roberto made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Can we go back to the streets like we know to do? He's like, nah, bro, that's not an option. We can't be getting in more trouble, you know? 'Cause I know it's fast money, it's quick money, you know, to go hustle in the streets. But he's like, man, let's try to sell food.
All those years of Roberto hustling on the corner taught him how to be a businessman. And Malachi had a lot of friends on social media who wanted to try his down-home cooking. So with $1 and a dream, they were ready to feed the streets.
So we went to the grocery store. I think the meal was shrimp and chicken enchilada pie with black beans and rice. And we selling for $8. I made a post, like, this is what we cooking from 4 p.m. to whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? This is how you get the address. And then within 2 hours, we were sold out. So I was like, wow, like, I'm hooked. Like, you know, well, how far can we take this? You know what I'm saying?
Fast forward 3 years later, inside this crib in Compton is the famous food shack in the hood called Trap Kitchen. A trap is street slang for where illegal drugs are sold. But to be clear, no drugs are sold here, just good food and fellowship. Malachi and Roberto, former gang rivals, now use this kitchen to make money the right way. They've even flipped the word trap too.
For us, trap is more like take risks and prosper. So that was what we told ourselves every day, take risks and prosper.
Now, Trap Kitchen is not just a popular eating spot in Compton, but in Hollywood too.
We just recently cooked for the whole cast of Barbershop. We've cooked for Justin Bieber, Chris Brown.
And these boys in the hood want the world to know there are good things that come straight out of Compton.
Since day one, we wanted to strive to be just a big influence on the world, not just Compton or California.
I bet you it'd be a lot less wars if people was eating. Food makes people happy.
Oh my gosh.